Yeah,
That's
a little bit more area to work with that.
That's
Right. Yeah, we're working
So
with it.
you're satisfied that you're not gonna be putting water onto the end of the south any more than is currently going?
No, the only real concern there would be this neighbor to the south.
Right.
And by providing this, directing the runoff to a swale, I'm sorry, I'm blocking you. By providing a swale, you know, there's sufficient room there to provide a swale to direct that water to remain on the applicant's property.
Well, I went out there today, and the house is painted a bright blue with white trim, and so is the garage. And so is a shed that's not on your plan as an existing. Is there a shed on this property, or is that, it didn't seem like it makes sense.
I'm not aware of a shed.
The shed would have been right where your new leaching field's going to be. And that's why, and I was surprised not to see it on the existing, or even to have the calculation for the roof there.
I don't think that's on this property.
Because it's painted the same exact color as trim. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, you can blind you.
Yeah.
It's like, duh, they all belong together unless the neighbor has a sick sense of humor.
If there is something there, it would have been put there recently by the applicant, not, you know, we would have not been made aware of that. But
if that's going to be there, is that going to be taken?
No. In any case, the proposed condition would have only what's shown on this plan.
So if there's a shed, it will be taken down.
It'll have to take it.
That's correct, yeah.
Because that would exceed our impervious.
Yeah, I mean, it could have actually helped you with your calculations, except that maybe since you just put it up recently,
Yeah, I
you would
don't know.
make the
Does it
calculations
look,
worse.
does it look good?
It looks perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I'd
If it's up here with the
be
leach
annoyed
area,
to take it down. That's exactly where it is.
yeah, and it would have to be removed anyway.
Well, okay,
Because,
I guess you have to fight that with your applicant.
Yeah, because it wouldn't meet the setbacks in here, and this whole area is going to be.
So we'll need to just put that as a condition.
Yeah, because the shed.
Now, here's a question, because I just looked at this, and, you know, my first question, I ran into Justin, actually, on North Main Road, and tracked him and asked him, because you've got the leach field uphill, and you've got your well downhill, and I thought, God, you know, why wouldn't you want to reverse that, and put the well, why would you want, especially after this storm, when we all begin to look at our neighbors' properties and wonder if they're coming in, you know, what's coming into our property. You know, is that?
Yeah, that was just a matter of proximities between wells and septics.
Well, you're clear in both directions. You could have reversed it, and that's why. And I wondered,
No, if you look at the septic plans,
because I was looking at your 100-foot marks, and I think you were clear from all this.
yeah, if you put the well up here,
Who would you be impacted by?
this one here.
Right. I thought this was your 100-foot mark here.
Well, if we put the well here, then our 100-foot mark on the proposed well would impact that.
I see.
So that's why we can't put the well. That's what necessitates.
Wait, where are we? Where's Jordan? Oh, the well, right, okay. So this is the problem here. Okay. Well, then the other question I had, and you have to tell me how this works, is that this house has been lived in, right?
Yes.
Currently. Okay. So they're currently using this leaching field and putting everything that's right next to where you're going to put the new well. Now what? Why isn't that a dangerous thing? You're now putting your own new well
We're going to have a well
within 25 feet of your old leaching system.
We're going to have a well in bedrock.
But you still have a well close to a leaching system.
Yeah, but you're
But you case it.
you're no longer, I mean, that's no longer a source of you're not going to have a leach area next to the well. I mean, it's
But you had one that's been in existence since the 90s, so it's been there for 15 years, and, you know, everything in the leach field is now in the ground, and going into the water table in that neighborhood, I mean, I would feel kind of yucky if it were me, but tell me about the engineering.
I mean, DEM routinely
Tell me why the engineering works, how would the EM,
Well,
why
it's no longer a source of pollutants because you're not abandoned.
and therefore, how long is it a source of pollutants once it's been abandoned?
It's probably, it's not a source of pollutants because you're not drawing your well water from that same geologic area. You're drilling that down into the bedrock.
But I mean, if everybody else needs
The
100
source of
feet
your source of your well water is a whole different thing than what's happening at the surface.
It may be, but if you have to have 100 feet from a leaching field,
The
what is it about this leaching field that
The
makes
well
it
water is
okay?
going to be drawing from the same general water that you know, all wells are drawing from. That it's all whatever.
How deep are the wells in that neighborhood?
I'm not familiar with how deep.
It was from 100 to 300.
Yeah, I mean.
Some of them are 60, the old ones.
Right, and I mean, if you're into bedrock, you're just.
The other thing is if a septic system is properly functioning, the system, the effluent that is in the leach field is not necessarily a pollutant.
Well, that's my other question, what are you gonna do with that? Are you just gonna like put grass on top of it, or are you gonna, you said when you decommissioned it, are you gonna dig out any part of it? Are you gonna remove the tank?
Yeah, there are specific instructions on the septic system plans of how the existing leach area will be decommissioned.
Well, it feels kind of weird to me, but okay. This is
It's a pretty routine situation for, you know, in a lot of cases of redevelopment.
to put a well right where in the same neighborhood the leaching field used to be.
Yeah.
Does that bother anybody else?
I had the same question, but I think it's adequately addressed that it
That's-
seems kind of.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're
My
sitting there
client,
looking at me.
my
I
client.
mean, right now,
Be drinking that water, so he's gonna have to be,
yeah.
Is he kind of thinking about that? Does he know?
Well, right now, he only has 60 feet between his well and the septic system, so.
Yeah, but it's on the other side of the house, isn't it? And it's uphill from the
Yeah,
leaching
I'm
field.
sure that in DEM considers that when they write their regulations and you know, consider approvals of septic systems. Otherwise, if they were concerned, then they would certainly.
They still have to file once they drill that well, they still have to file a capacity and quality certification.
Well, that's good.
Right.
Is that true? Pardon me?
They still, once they drill the well, they still have to file a certification that the quality and the quantity of the water is appropriate. So
Yeah, the well driller will have to file a well completion report.
Yeah. And that's a standard report that you have to certify that the water is of good quality. Is that true?
I don't know exactly what's included in the report.
Well, maybe we should make that a condition of our anything we have here.
John, can I ask you, is there, are we restricted to having those well in that location? Or could it be?
bills and that.
Yeah.
Because of the septic.
Has to
You don't have a lot of room.
testing.
Yeah.
Health.
I noticed that.
I mean, this is not.
So it was not shaped, it's not shaped
Well, it's
lot.
not just that, you have plenty of lot space, it's just that everybody's got their
That's
wells
right.
and their septics right up to you, so you're 100 foot.
Yeah.
It's the bigger question is not where your well is, but where your septic field is.
Yeah, I mean, certainly if we're going to continue to be an active leach field.
I would question, what you're doing to this vacant lot. Like putting
That
the
vacant
well
lot
right there.
is denied permit, there's, basically, ledge, it's denied.
Which lot?
You're referring to lot
The
line.
north, okay.
I can't get real sympathy, I mean, look at this guy's got his well right next to his property, I mean, it's sort of like everybody's doing it to him, here's a well.
That's the shortest.
You know, so it's like, if he puts it over here, it's like he's just kind of passing on the issue.
It is.
But you're right, there's no place left in this because they're leaching field.